Greetings, YouTubians, and welcome back to Wayne Sharp World, where today we are taking a look at a brand new offering coming out of CJRB. And to be quite frank with you guys, this is one of the best $30 knives I have ever handled. Ever. Put it up against anything for 30 bucks. It doesn't get any better than this. This is something that could have easily been a premium design. The design of this thing is crazy. It's just so good. I got a lot to say about it. Let's take a look and see what we have here. And this is none other than the CJRB Acacia. Now, before I go any further into this review, I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. If you like what you see, do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button, follow along, and I will continue to bring you the content. Now, before we take a look at the overall specs on this knife, let's open up the pouch and take a look at the other one we have here, because I have two. Now, there is a couple options. In terms of the blade coating, all I have here is the black blade for you, but there is a stonewash version. Now, let's see the other measurements on these knives. We are looking at an overall length of 7.42 inches, blade length of 3.21 inches, and a blade thickness of 100 thousandths. So a little thinner blade stock, gonna give you a little slicier little slicier performance from the blade. But it is still kind of slicey cutting action, so give me a break there. Handle length of 4.21 inches. We are looking at FRN on the handles. Now, before you sigh, let me tell you, I have no problem with that because of this. In here, we have steel liners. So these steel liners give all the strength. I mean, I'm pressing good. There is very, very, very little flex in these handles. No more flex than what you might feel in G10. So we are good to go in the durability portion of this handle with FRN. No issue there, and I am so happy to say that, because that would have really killed this knife, and I don't want anything to kill this knife because it is a really, really good one. The value of this thing is through the roof for, as I said, $30 stinking dollars. Now, the blade steel on this guy, AR RPM 9 steel, pretty much what you can come to expect on just about any CJRB nowadays, unless it's a special edition or an exclusive through a retailer or something. It's going to have AR RPM 9. No real issue with that. It's a good budget steel, performs well, and it gets the job done. So no issue there. Really good looking drop point style blade with just about a full flat grind. And very important to note, with the crossbar lock, it is also left and right hand compatible. So it is fully ambidextrous. That's a beautiful thing. Lefties, you're going to love this knife if you like crossbar locking knives. So happy with what CJRB has brought to us here. Also a total weight of 2.68 ounces. So no issue at all there in the weight department. And let's line it up with some other knives and see how it stacks up. You may have heard of this. It's just one of the most popular budget knives of all time. The CJRB Warney Pyrite. And that there is really all you need to see. Just about a perfect size comparison with the Pyrite. But just for one more, let's bring out one of my favorites here. This is the Kaiser Gemini, a good old Ray Laconico design. And it also measures up very well. So that should answer any questions you have on the size of this knife. It's just a perfect little EDC size for just about everyone. Again, with that blade being over 3 inches, you want to make sure that, you don't live in a state where you have that sub 3-inch blade law. But at 3.21 inches, it's a good length. And just look at the design of this bad boy. This is a looker, guys. This is one of those knives that I think CJRB could have easily just sent over to Artisan and been like, hey, as you guys know, Artisan is the parent company of CJRB, and been like, hey, guys, just make this with contoured titanium S90V, call it a day. And I hope they still do that. I hope they still do, because that would be an amazing premium design. But what we have here is just a design that it looks premium, but it really could not possibly cost any less at 30 bucks. Now, these things are listed for $39.99 on CJRB's website, but I'm going to have it linked to Amazon below. They're $30 on Amazon, and they show up as $39.99. You check that little box under the listing, and it's going to save you 25%, therefore knocking it down to $30. So it's a hell of a deal for an amazing knife that, again, I don't really have any issue on. I don't know what I could possibly have an issue with on this guy. It's a beautiful drop point, nice and slicey, about 16 and a half thousandths behind the edge, so it's going to perform really well. The AR RPM 9 is going to hold a decent edge. It's not going to be like a S35 or a Magna Cut or anything, but it's going to hold a decent edge, especially for a $30 knife. It's gonna kick the crap out of any gas station knife you could get for 15 or 20 bucks. So definitely the way to go right here if you're looking for some really good value. A good looking blade that marries to the handle very well. Also, really like how this knife just flows together. Also have a nice generous finger choil down there. I think a lot of hands are gonna like. Pretty good jimping up here, and a blade cutout that makes the middle finger flicking on this very, very user-friendly, as well as the thumb roll, which is also very, very good. We'll talk a little more about the action here in a second. But in terms of the blade, this guy is just a winner chicken dinner. Yeah, I said it. I was halfway there, and I had to say it. I couldn't stop. So going into the handle here, though, this is a very, very nice handle. Little basic, but fully contoured, and I really like that pattern they have there in the kind of the texture of the handle. Now, this is obviously not milled, it's FRN, so it's injection molded, but again, there's no flash, there's no issue. Very, very clean, really good quality for injection molded handles, and a really, really good pattern. It just looks good. It's one of those more premium designs like you would see on, milled titanium handles, so I like that. I really, really like that. Now, the black coating on the blade, that's also PVD. I didn't want to forget to mention this. PVD coating on the black blades, but there are stonewashed versions available as well. So you got your options there, and of course you have multiple color options. You got this darker blue and this really, really nice, I don't know, what is this? Kind of like a brownish tan. Yeah, really, really earthy color, really good looking color there. And of course there's also black. But yeah, a lot of options there. But the handle itself is just very comfortable. As I said, contoured, steel liner inside, so it's nice and strong. Has your typical CJRB clip, which is good to go there. And yeah, it's even pretty much, well, it's like partially recessed. Not fully recessed, but there is some milling in there to kind of bring it down a little, as you see on this side. So it's, I would say, partially recessed, but no issue going in and out of the pocket. All good there. And man, oh man, just a darn good looking knife. I love this knife. I love a good budget knife. You guys already know that. But I'm really happy with a good budget knife at 60 to 70 bucks. For half of that, $30 for this? Shut up. This is amazing. Yeah, really, really big fan of that. And did you hear that tink? Did you hear that? Didn't quite tink there. Yeah, you get some tinks sometimes. I think it depends kind of how you're holding the... whatever. Action's good. Got your thwack. You'll get some tinks here and there. And as for the action, the only additional thing I have to say for the action on this knife is the nice stiffness in the crossbar lock of CJRBs. You guys, I've said it before, so I won't say too much on it. When it comes to crossbar locks, I don't really care if I can adjust the strength on my crossbar lock. I usually don't want to. I would prefer it just be one nice tension. And that's what you get with CJRBs. They are so, so nice. Very easy to finger roll, but you can also get some nice whippy action with the middle finger flick. And it's just a perfect amount of spring strength in this mechanism, and I'm a really, really big fan of it. So guys, I got nothing else to say about this knife. For $30, it is one of the best knives of the year for the price, without a doubt. Let me know what you think of that. What do you think of this design, this offering? I hope everyone is okay with FRN for 30 bucks, especially, you got to feel this thing. You got to get it in hand. It feels really, really good, and it looks amazing. So guys, let me know what you think of the CJRB Acacia. It is available now. Link below to pick up for $30 stinking on Amazon. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And until the next one, I'm out.